Is it true that a gift might have tax consequences?
Yes, potentially so. It is all about planning and using exemptions and allowances which are set out in legislation and understanding the way inheritance tax works. When someone passes away, everything they own is valued. Any part of that value which passes between spouses, civil partners or charities, that will be disregarded. And you'll also disregard the value of certain property and investments. Then you'll add back into the computation any gifts made in the last 7 years. The balance then over a certain threshold will be taxed at a flat rate, usually 40%, but that could be 36% if you've been particularly generous to charity. So gifts, excluding gifts to your spouse, civil partner or charity, will be taken into account from the previous 7 years, and you'll also exclude some other gifts which fall within certain parameters or which are made for certain prescribed purposes.
Do I have to report to the revenue any gifts I make?
Generally speaking, no. Occasionally you do have to make reports if you're making a gift to a trust, a family settlement. Otherwise it is a good idea to keep a record of the gifts you've made. That's going to be very useful when you do pass away for the executors of your will to refer to.
What's the inheritance tax threshold?
Well, that's something of a movable feast actually. Everybody has a threshold of £325,000, and there are changes being phased in between 2017 and 2021 which will increase that by £175,000 to £500,000, and that will be transferable between couples, so it will be £1 million per couple. That will be the threshold. However, to qualify for that extra allowance of £175,000, that's a fairly technical matter, and it's a good time to review and amend your wills to make sure that you do qualify for that.
How else can my tax bill be reduced?
Well, you know, the gap between avoidance, by which I mean unacceptable avoidance and evasion, that is ever narrowing, but the legislation provides ample tax breaks, and depending on your individual circumstances, there are things you can do within your will, which will take effect when you pass away, or arrangements you can make in your lifetime. Now, there's more information about this on our website. There are leaflets and guides you can read and download, or you can make an appointment to see me or one of my colleagues.